What's up guys, Elfis here, and today we're doing some Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's a little bit different. I'm going to start integrating some different videos in. This isn't going to be a gameplay of Counter-Strike, but rather an Overwatch, which is this thing up here, which is basically, once you've played enough Counter-Strike, they let you do Overwatch, which is basically people report players for cheating or griefing, and you get to watch the replays and basically give your judgment whether or not the player is actually cheating or griefing. So we're going to jump into this, and I'm going to show you what, I've done a couple of these already, but I'm going to show you what one looks like. Sometimes you run into some really funny cheaters, sometimes you run into some really funny smurfs, and then sometimes you run into people who are just not doing anything and sort of don't deserve to be reported because people are a-holes. But we'll see how it goes. We're going to jump into this, and let's get into it, boys. Alright, so we're into it here. We're watching the suspect. They changed his name so you don't get any prejudice based on his name. It looks like he's going A-long, AFKing for about half a second, which isn't very smart. And he's going A-long with his friend here. The enemy team is going all B, though. You can see in the top left there in the map. We have vision of everything because we are watching. So we don't need to... doesn't matter if we know where everybody is. I'd say it's unlikely he has wall hacks, i.e. hacks that let him know where people are just because he didn't know they were going to B. But it's possible he's not making it too obvious. Again, just AFKing here for a minute. Sort of weird. In Counter-Strike, when people AFK... people a lot of the time think they're toggling their hacks back on, so like flipping the switch essentially, going into their program and saying turn on now. So he is the last person 1v5. He knows where a couple of them are. Perfect headshot, not bad. It took him a couple shots to hit it. These are not super hard shots to hit. He's ducking there so they don't hit him. They're rushing him. More shooting. He did 4v1 them. He got 3 headshots out of that too, which is, you know, lucky or maybe skillful. It does skip some rounds. It shows you some random rounds, so you get a sort of a feel for it. He's throwing some flashes. No, he's not. He decided to change his mind. But he does know that there was at least one A-long, right? He's going to blind fire through the smoke there a bit, just to see if he can get anyone. He's got a sexy hyper beast, too. If someone has, like, a red skin, it's unlikely they're cheating. People don't do it, usually, because they don't want to lose their skins. He got killed there. So far, I'll say he's not cheating. The little replay auto fast forwards through if he dies, so you don't have to watch the rounds. Thus far, I'll say he's not cheating. He seems like a good player. I will say that first round was pretty insane to get 3 headshots, and then the 4th one wasn't a headshot, but he did kill another person. I think it was through a wall, too. And then died. So almost a 1v5, which was pretty ridiculous. He, again, AFK'd at the beginning of the round, which is really weird that he's doing that. He must be doing something else in the meantime. Let's see how much money he had this round. He had 5 grand, so I'm not sure why he didn't buy anything. He just said, forget it, he just bought some grenades. He's flashing through the smoke so he can push out. It's totally fine, although he did it in sort of a weird way, but that's okay. He kind of walked out of the smoke fully looking the other way for like half a second, which is really weird. He didn't run into anybody. It's also kind of weird that they smoked off CT like that and then just proceeded to back off, which is sort of weird. They probably know there's a couple people in B, but they don't know exactly. He's watching mid just in case they rotate through to mid. It looks like they might rotate through to A and leave a guy B just as a decoy. No, Bomb's turning around and changing his mind. Bomb doesn't know what he's doing yet. They have an opper in the tunnel there. All he has is a pistol. Does a really nice flash, actually. Very nicely timed flash, and then some very good headshots. I don't think it doesn't appear that he's using any aim assistance, though. It just appears like he's aiming very well. But I could be mistaken. It is sometimes very hard to tell with good players. Sometimes you never know, and then they could be either very good or they could be using an aimbot. I will say at the very least it does not appear he's using wall hacks at all. It doesn't appear he's using other hacks, meaning like I've seen some people do like teleporting or like some really weird stuff, spin hacks, things that are really kind of crazy. His teammate griefed him there a little bit, just kind of shot him, maybe for the lulz, maybe for no reason, don't really know. Where is he? He has a bunch of money, so I don't know why he's buying a FAMAS. He's sort of playing kind of weird. He bought grenades, which is fine. He bought his FAMAS and armor, which is fine, but if you have a bunch of money, usually you would go for an M4 or something, especially with this guy who appears to have very good aim. He's going to smoke mid so that he can peek out. He peeked out a little bit early, but that's fine, I guess. He knows they're going A because there's a big firefight going at A long. He knows the bomb's there. He now knows the last guy's there. Doesn't even make it in time to do anything. So this round was a bust. He didn't really do anything useful. But that's fine. You get some random rounds thrown in there like that. Fast forwarding a bit. He's going to stick with his FAMAS, which again I think is sort of weird. He's got a nice little knife too. I think at the very least, this guy probably isn't cheating, but he's probably a very good player. His crosshair placement, as well as the fact that, you know, he's getting these headshots, just appears very good. He flashed himself there like an idiot, but everybody makes mistakes. This is an interesting flash location. I've never seen somebody use it before, but, you know, doesn't mean... I don't watch that many competitive games. Maybe it's a very popular one in the higher skilled players. I personally just have never seen it before, but it's a very useful and interesting one. Seems like it would take a long time to set that up, throw it, and then turn around, though, so I don't think it's that effective. He's sort of messing around here with his knife, poking, which is sort of weird. And he's going to try and kill the guy. He had it on burst fire there for a second, I think, trying to get a nice burst on a headshot. But the FAMAS isn't a one-hit headshot kill, so, again, you know, he would have to hit, you know, I think FAMAS is a two-hit headshot. Again, doesn't really do much this round, sort of a bust, other than flashed himself and threw, you know, wasted his grenades. Grabbed an AK, which is a one-hit headshot, so maybe we'll see some really nice one-taps. Or maybe not. He bought up new grenades. This time, instead of going two flash, he went with an incendiary, which is a bit more common. Although, you know, you see it both. You know, I see people do two flash. You don't necessarily have to have everybody have an incendiary grenade. Someone right on the other side. That flash actually, or that smoke sort of actually helped the enemy team more than it helped him, I would say. Oh, they're trying to push through. This is bad of them. I was going to say, he should rotate up onto Cat, since the guy smoked off mid for him. I would push up onto Cat there and try and get some Cat advantage, because then you can, you know, hold mid a little bit as well as Cat. Ooh, this guy, I'm not sure he knows this dude's right on the other side of the door. I don't think he's heard him at all. It's possible, but what do I know? That was interesting. I'm surprised the other guy didn't kill him there. That seemed like bad play by him. He had a gun out and this guy didn't, and this guy had time to change guns. Gonna spray through a door there just to make sure, because, yeah, for nothing really. A pretty bad door smoke there. An interesting flash. And then he pokes around the corner there. I think he's a good player who's sort of almost trolling a little bit in this game. I don't think he's, I don't think he is hacking at all. He's definitely not using walls, and I don't think he's using aim hacks either. I think he just has, I think he's good. He has good crosshair placement, and he seems to be hitting his shots pretty on point. But, I mean, he's definitely made some mistakes throughout the game. You get a lot of people. He hears the guy walking on the other side. You can hear people in this game, so he knows there's a guy on the other side of the door here. There's no mystery about it. They have a sniper back at T-spawn. They should know he's here too, because they can hear him changing guns. You can hear people swapping guns and reloading and stuff like that. So all that stuff he can hear as well as they can hear. He's in sort of a funny position here. He's going to try and grenade it. No Kobe there, but that's fine. He's got an enemy team up top there. He's going to fire it. Nice shot with the AK. Didn't seem to be any wall hacking or aim hacking there. It just seemed like a really good shot. He probably knows there's a guy at long. We know there's bomb down in mid. Yeah, he's peeking a little bit. I think he knows there's a guy there. I would keep my eyes on Cat if I was him and let your teammate deal with long. Some poor spray right there. That was actually some pretty bad spraying. As a matter of fact, I think he missed every single shot there. I don't think he hit any of them. So it just looks like he's a good player. He's going to peek here, which could have been really bad for him. Usually, nice shot. That was very good. That was actually pretty good reflexes. So I do think he is a good player. I think he's above the rank of these people. Or maybe this is a high-ranking game. I don't really know. He's sort of peeking kind of strangely, though, in the sense that very good reflexes this guy has. That's twice now that he's, you know, what, less than a quarter of a second shot time, maybe half a second, I don't really know. And then he dies there. That's the end of it. So as far as I'm concerned, he definitely wasn't griefing. At the end, you get these options for these four. These are the four things that you review for people cheating or griefing, right? So you have either evident beyond a reasonable doubt, which means you agree that he was, or insufficient evidence, which means maybe you disagree, maybe you don't, but you can't say for sure that it is. So I've had some games where it looks like they might have been aim hacking, but I'm not really that sure. So you end up having to go with this because you can't blame someone for maybe being good, maybe cheating, you don't know. But this guy definitely wasn't griefing. He got griefed a little bit, actually, but he was not griefing. I don't think he was teleporting or anything like that. He definitely wasn't wall hacking. And as far as I'm concerned, he was not aim assisting either. I think he had very good reflexes. It might have even been less than 1/10 of a second or something between those shots when the guy peeked around in the shot. Those were really good shots. And He has good aim, but he made some mistakes, and some of them were sort of careless mistakes too. But what do I know? It's possible, I guess, that he was aim hacking, but if so, he was covering it up very well with the misses and I don't know. The good reflexes always make me skeptical, but if you watch the pros, the higher ranking players, they do have really good reflexes. So that's my verdict there. I would say he was not cheating on any of that or griefing. I think he was a very good player who was kind of goofing around a lot in the game. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably do a couple other of these, maybe one right after since I have another Overwatch right here. But thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping we'll get some funny hackers because I have seen a couple that were quite entertaining up till now. That they were so obviously hacking, there's not a doubt in my mind that they're not hiding it at all. But I'm hoping I can show some of those to you guys because I think that would be very interesting. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll do some gameplay videos of this game too that I'll cut together some nice little montages of me playing or something of that sort. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later. GG, well played, guys. Elfis out.